Whether you're 18 years old or you're 68 years old, in this video, I'm going to give you guys the physical and mental changes that you need to make in order to go from lazy to motivated, depressed to joyful, and lost to purposeful. Let's get right into it. This seems obvious, but there have been goals that I have wanted to achieve that I was not able to because I did not have that unwavering belief that I was actually able to achieve them. Long-term success comes from alignment, and alignment requires feeling the subtle differences between energy created from anxiety and energy created from inspiration. I believe that our goals should scare us, but only because they're unfamiliar, and later on in the video, I will share with you guys how to make your goals feel super familiar to you. In my life, I always knew that I would be living my current life one day. I had unwavering doubt that I would be happy to live my life every single day, living in a home that overlooks the water, and even the little things like having ab lines and long hair. I have dedicated myself to living my dream life ever since I imagined it and have been inspired by it. Now, having unwavering belief in your dream life does not mean that you will have moments of doubt or uncertainty, but your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same if you want your life to change. You must be aligned with your dream life, even if it seems far off, and this is where the next step comes in. This means that you need to be able to quantify the results that you want in order to create a strategy for achieving them. I found that the three areas where people most want to change their life are their physical health, their relationships, and their finances. So if you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, you need to be able to quantify what that amount is that requires you to have wiggle room in your finances. This is defined by the amount that you need in order to cover your fixed expenses and still be able to have disposable income. If you want to be in a stable, healthy, growing relationship, you need to be able to quantify the quality of the dates that you go on. This could be defined by, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did this person align with the qualities of your dream partner? If you want to lose weight, you need to be able to quantify the number on the scale that you want to look at in order to reach your goal weight. Rob Dyrdek says, quantifiable results inform the strategy. So once you have the data of where you're currently at, which I know can be scary to look at for the first time, but is a required step in order to achieving your dream life, and you have narrowed down the quantified result that you want to achieve, you can begin to create the strategy for getting there. What's not managed is misused, meaning you need to be able to have a way of tracking your progress. I'll give you an example of how I did this. I've talked in previous videos about how I used to not like how I managed my finances. I was spending way more than what I wanted to be spending. At the time, I was spending 60% of my income. I quantified my result and I decided that I wanted to only spend 15% of my income. I downloaded a dashboard in order to track my income and my expenses. The dashboard that I use has a page where I can see my monthly expenses and my monthly income. So I can see how much I'm making and how much I'm spending, and specifically what I'm spending my money on. So for those first few months, because this is a learning curve, you're not going to be perfect from the get-go, I was continually spending 60% of my income. Obviously, that is not getting closer to my goal. So for the next month, I created that very specific strategy and I inhibited my spending on my wants. I was spending money on things that were completely unnecessary, and that's why my spending was so high. The next month, I spent 50% of my income. The month after that, I spent 30%. The month after that, it popped back up to 35%. So I nipped that in the bud, and the next month it went down to 30% again. Now, 12 months later, I'm consistently spending 20% of my income on wants, and I know the main areas where I'm spending my money in order to get down to 15%. Data does not lie, and that is why you need to quantify your goals so you have impartial evidence to see how close you are getting. It's not how you feel you're doing, it's how you're actually doing. Review this daily. You need to review your goals and your progress daily in order to stay on track and to be able to make adjustments as needed. This way, your growth and the numbers that you see will motivate you. So eventually, you're not just running off of pure willpower, but the inspiration from your progress. You are actively affirming your new identity, which brings me to my next point. Scripting is the concept of writing out your desired life as if it's already happened. When doing this for the first time, honestly, for me at least, it felt daunting to use I statements like, I am a billionaire, or I am in a healthy relationship, because I know, at least from my personal experience, that sometimes we are so far off from where we want to be that what we desire for ourselves is an innate desire, but it doesn't even seem achievable. So what I do is I script as if I'm writing about a fictional character. I have been doing this since I was 12 years old, and I would always write my scripts about a girl named Camille who possessed all of the qualities that I wanted for myself. I'd include what other people said about her when she wasn't around, her financial situation, the dreams she had for herself, her thoughts, her routine, her career, her hobbies, her relationship, everything that is involved with being a human on Earth in the day-to-day life. I wrote it out. Think about it like you're creating your own fictional idol. I'm sure that there is someone in a book or a movie or a TV show that you kind of always admired. For me, it was Adeline in Age of Adeline. I always loved her sophistication and her knowledge of a variety of subjects. And I've also really liked Astrid. I loved her sense of style and her poise. I pulled those qualities out of those characters and added them to Camille's character. This is supposed to be fun and inspirational. This is a way of seeing your desired reality on physical paper or on your phone rather than just keeping it in your brain. Here's an example of a script that I had written. If you want to, you can pause and screenshot this. This brings me to my next topic. The mirror principle says that what we do and what we think defines who we are and how we experience life. Whether you are an abused young woman or a seasoned executive stuck in a midlife crisis, your path to a new life begins by finding new mirrors. What you order, the universe serves. If your current belief is it's impossible to make money right now, or all the guys I date are jerks, then this is what the mirror of the universe will reflect back to you. It's only going to give you more proof that what you believe is true. Brett Steenbarger wrote this in a Forbes article on the mirror principle. In years of studying happy, successful, productive, creative professionals, I found one consistent theme. People who live fulfilling lives are unusually good at surrounding themselves with fulfilling mirrors. They grow in their caring and gratitude because they surround themselves with sensitive, thankful people. They grow intellectually and emotionally because they seek out new, challenging, stimulating experiences. They achieve by immersing themselves in the creative accomplishments of others. Essentially, in order to believe that what you desire is achievable, you need to surround yourself with people and beliefs who have proven that what you desire is achievable. What is an area in your life that you find it hard to progress in? For me, it was the belief that I could live without a ton of money, so I never had financial abundance in my life. But then I had to go to the hospital and I did not have enough money to pay the bills, so I had to rewire my beliefs so that I felt comfortable with more money. I changed my belief from I don't need money to I love having an abundance of money to be able to afford whatever I desire and to be able to afford the uncertainties of life. If you're new to this, I recommend removing yourself from the people who attack your desire for a new identity because they're only going to hold you back, and begin listening to podcasts or YouTube videos that discuss the ideas that you desire in your life. I'll share my favorite channels and podcasts that do this for me down below in the description. Without extreme ownership, your life will be full of untapped potential because you are constantly blaming other people for your lack of progress. The concept of extreme ownership is that you are responsible for everything that happens in your life. Extreme ownership does not look like, I'm only in this situation because I got laid off and no one else is hiring right now. Or I wouldn't be 30 pounds overweight if my boyfriend stopped bringing junk food home. Or my family messed me up and that's why I'm not able to attract a quality man. You and only you are responsible for what your life looks like right now. This is a harsh truth to accept, but it is the truth. And your life will not look any different if you don't start taking responsibility for it. And lastly, for your life to change, you need to adopt a routine that serves you. Nothing changes if nothing changes, which means that you will need to go through a 30-day period where you are adopting a new routine where every single day looks a little bit different until it becomes second nature. Whether you realize it or not, you're following a routine right now. It just might not look like how you want it to. Now, if you're someone who's responding to this saying, I don't know, I just have such a hard time following a consistent routine, One, that's not taking extreme ownership, and two, no you don't, because you are consistently scrolling on social media, you are consistently eating food that does not nourish your body, and or you are consistently staying up until 1 a.m. playing video games. Routines are simply a sequence of actions regularly followed. I encourage you to write down what your routine actually looks like. I personally like using the app Time Logger. This tracks my time every single day so that I can see what I'm spending my time doing and how much of my time I spend doing something. Your routine has to assist you in achieving your dream life, not detracting from it. Now, I am not saying that you need to stop watching TV or eating food that tastes really good but is not that good for you, or playing the Xbox entirely. Your routines should make you feel alive and inspire you. However, I do recommend you experiment with a few different things. I have found a routine that works for me at this stage in my life because I have trialed and error a few different things and tested a lot of things out. This has included waking up at 5 a.m. every single day, waking up naturally, working out in the morning only, working out in the afternoon only, using an automatic budget tracker like Mint or You Need a Budget, and manually tracking my finances. Now, I do not believe that our routines should exhaust us. Like I said earlier, our routine should inspire us to continue. We should be motivated by the end of the day and excited to do all of it again tomorrow. After all, how we spend our minutes is how we spend our days, and how we spend our days is how we spend our lives. Now, as you continue on this path of transforming your life into the dream life, remember that the only thing that truly matters is your inner peace and joy and how you affect the people who come in contact with you every single day. You have access to every single resource required to achieve your dream life and change it for the better, and a lot of it is in between your ears. I strongly believe in change your mindset, change your life. I am rooting for you. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.